Hello and welcome back to Loquitur Gaming. I'm continuing on with my campaign, my second campaign with Beor here. We're in Chapter 2. This will be Part 2 of Chapter 2. I'm trying to keep the videos between hour and a half-ish, so I cut off about an hour 20 or so in the last one. We had just ended the day. We're sitting okay with 4 food. We've got tons of magic, which is nice. Good, decent health number. We've got a point of aggression, an extra point of aggression here. I'm trying to play off of the cards in my diplomacy deck that bump up arrows if I use aggression. My reputation is just going to suffer because of it, but that's fine. Actually, looking at my board now, it looks like I forgot to go up to my energy at the end of the last day, which we're going to need. Okay, so we start the next day. Let's just dive right in. So what we are trying to do here, I guess we can recap that. The quest that we've got is either investigate the fate of the first expedition, finding its trail in the west, but we did not go west of Connacht there. Reach Camelot in the east, which is what I'm going to try to do, and just hope that it's not a big diplomacy encounter. Or explore the island and find a different way to progress in the story, which I have no idea what that one would be. So we're going east, looking for Camelot, and if I look at the map, which I looked at quite a bit in the first campaign, but I haven't shown it yet in this campaign. Check my mic. There we go. So this is like the first farmhold kind of looking thing, like a round building right there, and there are these like Titan steps with a min here, and then it says Camelot. So Camelot's got to be over here somewhere. And there's this like gorge here that looks like the Tangle root. Oh, this is the tree that we saw down at the derelict fleet. There must be another, this building must be over here. Yeah. That's the Island of the Dead. Oh, it does have a skull-looking thing on it from the dream. But it does say in the book that this map is old, so it might not be completely accurate. Okay, so start of the day. We will tick down this min here down to 3. Then we need to reveal the next event cards. We got another random event. Good weather. Your first travel today costs 1 less. And maybe we are going to be traveling over to the Tangle route, so that might be okay. Now we've got to do the Guardian die. Just don't go north, buddy. Don't go north. Well, he's going to go east, which is not entirely awesome either. Because now he's got a 2 in 6 chance of coming up here next turn, right? Because if he doesn't go this way, he'll go up there, but he could also roll north. It'd be great if you just went away. Go away. But I think for now we will go over here and get some more food for today. We don't have a settlement, so we can't do our crafting thing. I mean, running away from this guy is not that big of a deal, but when they get up into these corners where there's not a whole lot of ways to go, it seems like they just want to follow you, especially when you're going like towards higher numbered cards. I mean, I guess the other option is I could just light them in here now and just get out of here. I don't know what kind of hunting grounds or food gathering grounds there are this direction though. I think we'll be okay. Let's go get some more food. One less to travel. Where do I advance this story? I've got 4 food. And if I'd like this min here, I want to be like good and ready to be moving off that direction. Is 4 food enough? 3 days left on this dial. I mean, he could go here or here. He could not move, and he also could disappear. The odds are he's, because he's got a 66% chance of not coming up this direction. All right, let's go get some more food. Let's do some more hunting. So we go over there. Oh wait, we don't have to do that because of the good weather. That's right. So we spend 2 to do the action here, which is to gain 2 food and draw a green encounter. Frenzied Boar. Frenzied Boar has Rush. First character receives 2 damage. Is that just like right away? Is that only once? Is that first character every turn? Where are the enemy traits? Enemy traits, page 16. The first character activated in this combat receives 2 damage immediately after being activated. So we're going to take that damage no matter what, because we can only escape from combat in our activation. It's a 6 level difficulty. In its panic-fueled attempt to run away from weirdness, it will charge anything that looks like an obstacle. Three food loot, though. I don't think we can lower that either because it's not an enemy attack. And I don't want to discard my shield. Let's see what we get as our hand. Powerful Blow. Followed by Final Blow would be 6 at the cost of an energy. Okay, so we'll keep this hand. Start of my activation because of the rush. I have to take 2 damage. Wow. That's rough. We will start with Powerful Blow. On playing it, we have to lose an energy. But we get 3 cubes. 1, 2, 3. And then Final Blow links up with a bonus key on Courage. We've got 1, 2, 3 cubes there, which takes us to the 6 that we need. So that'll get us 3 more food. So 3 food at the cost of 2 health. Maybe that was okay. So that's going to take us to 9 food. I think we're set up on food. So let's turn in these 5 for a purple. Frenzied Boar to the back of the encounter deck. We've got 1 energy remaining. believe I may want to, that's going to go to 2. I don't think I want to move back to the Titan steps just yet. Let's do this. I'm gonna use this energy to move to Mirror Lake. Then I'm gonna do the action on Mirror Lake, which is, it costs no energy. It's a resting action. You gain an energy and a health and lose a terror. So now I've got 1 energy left. Let's explore by the lake. $113. Let's take a peek at the card art. This is the front. I think I put the front up there before, but the back usually has some interesting looking stuff on it. If I could hold the card. So like Lady of the Lake, I guess, since this is Arthurian legend stuff. Okay, if you have the Winds of Weirdness status or the Matricide status, we don't have either of those. The sky and the reflective surface of this calm highland lake merge into one before your eyes. A feeling of serenity washes over you. You feel tempted to lie down on the sandy bank and stay there until the end of the world. But then stories of the alien being living in the lake's depths reverberate in the back of your mind, bringing you back to Earth. You could summon the lady, but why would she listen to you? Go to verse 1. Swim to the island on the lake. Go to verse 2. Hunt, judging from the tracks in the sand, many animals come here to drink. Go to verse 6. Or leave. We don't have any energy, and I'm afraid swimming would cost us energy. And hunting, we might get into a encounter that we also would probably, based on what combat cards we got. Let's just summon the lady, I guess. Go to verse 1. Or we could just leave. This is where I got in trouble before. I've always wanted to pick something to do. I'll just summon the lady. You stand a while in front of the reflective surface, attempting various courteous pleas, but the wind carries each away without a response. After a while, you can't help but feel silly. Why did you even come here? A dirty lowborn trying to speak to a legend that may not even exist. If there's a time token on this location, or if you have the Moon Ring mission status, the Pale Lady won't come. Exploration ends. Go to verse 9 if you meet any of the following requirements. Have the Hunted secret card? No. Have the Tarnished Talisman and the Shining Talisman secret cards? No. Have the Tainted Grail secret card and don't have the Lady's task status? No. Otherwise, exploration ends. So we just learned that we need some different stuff to come talk to the lady. Either the Tainted Grail, Tarnished and Shining Talismans, or the Hunted secret card. Okay. Out of energy for the day then. So I should be used to these steps, but I just like having the cards as a backup just to make sure that I'm not forgetting anything, even though I still forget stuff with the cards there. Rest. We will consume a food. Have our health go back up again. Our terror's already down. Restore to 6 health here. Ooh, there is a dream here too. Oh, the Tangle route. We should have stayed in the Tangle. We could have got an extra. I think that's a place to get you a bonus energy. I guess I could have moved back to the Tangle route and got that bonus energy instead of doing that exploration. Don't have any experience to spend, and we will get the dream from the Mirror Lake. You see 4 wanderers still shaken by the loss of their companion entering the misty expanse of Tuathan. They wander between its ever-shifting streets and impossible structures. They find something hidden away for a long time. All 4 barely leave with their lives, but now a 5th follows. Your dream ends as they enter a sprawling expanse marked with enormous white sigils. Gain Part 1 of the Dreams and Prophecies status. Hint, the first expedition visited Tuathan and passed through Stampede while running from something. So this might be a clue. Well, first let's... Dreams and Prophecies. We already have Part 5, so now we've got Part 1. Timberwall, Crow's Nest, Tombs, Farmshire. First expedition visited Tuathan and passed through Stampede while running from something. I don't see any of those things on the map. Because finding what happened to the first expedition is a way to... or investigate the fate of the first expedition, I guess. Finding its trail in the west. Because if we would have lit this Menhir over here, Mirror Lake also would have been an option. It would have been an active location. Okay, so that's our dream. We're not going insane, we're not dying. Start the next day. That Menhir is now down to 2. Next random event. Beautiful weather. Your first travel today costs 1 less. When drawing a random green encounter, draw 2 and pick 1 with the smallest value. Even wild animals come out of their dens. A perfect day for a hunt. I have not seen this card before. That's cool. I really like the random event deck. There's really good stuff. There's mediocre, middle of the road stuff, and then there's like the, hey, bring out a Guardian to chase you down and ruin your life. Okay. Guardian die. Come on, X. Yes! Guardian leaves. I think it goes to the back of the deck. If the character... Guardians. Remove the Guardian from play, returning its card to the bottom of its encounter deck. Well, you know what? Things are looking up. We might as well hunt in the Tangleroot again, too, since we have this thing that's going to get us a good green encounter card. I shouldn't say good. We get an option. We don't get to pick, but the lowest one. Okay, so... good on those. Let's start going. So 1 less energy to move, so we can move into here for free on our first move. And what the heck? We're just gonna be chock full. Is there a limit? Hang on a minute. I don't know if there's a limit to resources. Resources, page 10. There are 5 resources. Food and wealth can be traded with party members. Rep, XP, and magic can never be traded. There's nothing in the resources section that says there's a limit. Cool. So if there is, then it's poorly positioned in the rulebook. So we gain 2 more food. So we're sitting at 10 food. And because of our beautiful weather, we get to draw 2 green encounter cards and take the lower valued one, which is a level 3 Glade Hair. Pack of Strays goes to the back of the green encounter deck. Not level, it's encounter difficulty, I guess, 3. And these are those bunnies that can get the size of sheep. 2 more food as loot here. Opportunist, that means something. The player doesn't play at least 2 combat cards, the opportunity, so that's going to run away. Not a lot to connect cubes for the beginning here, though. 1, 2, 3. Because the... Oh, I will just do grapple. So we're going to play grapple as our first card. Because the practicality hooks up, we get to draw a card, which is reposition. Not too worried about that. But what this does do is we get this time dial on it. We can use exertion to remove the time dial, and it'd be 3 cubes, which is enough, which is the cubes that we need to defeat the Glade Hare. I like the exertion skill for Beor, at least with the cards that we've got right now. It's been working out. So 2 food loot. Let's just take 3 out of here and add another purple. So we are set. So I almost feel like going down into whitening and like trading some food for wealth. I'd have to do a blue encounter, which might not be that bad. The min here would go to 1, and then on the next day we move to here and light this min here. I'm just trying to, like, you know, get my bank of resources up. Is it worth going down there just to gain an additional wealth? Let's just go. Move forward. So I will spend that to move here, and we have to draw a gray encounter when we enter the location. Lone Squire. Okay, so we're looking at, he's got defensive. Each first combat card activation adds 1 less cube. In a land of abandoned castles and decimated nobility, many squires lack someone to knight them. 2 wealth as the loot. It's a level 2 difficulty. Well, we start the encounter and see what combat cards we get. 7 cubes, though, needed for this. Let's get a good draw. We can get into the 3 or 4 range. Our armor will block 1 of the 2 damage we would take in there, and then we just need to apply 3 or 4 more the next turn. Yeah, only 3 or 4 more the next turn, right? What did we get? We got grapple again, which would get us a card. Could do the time token. So that one would get prevented, so we'd be sitting at 3. And we could draw a card. You choose the enemy attack except run away. Next turn, at the cost of an energy, we would get 4 more and defeat him. Which is fine. So we take 1 damage in this. Okay, we're going to stick with this hand. We're not going to mulligan. So playing this card, that gets blocked because of his defensive. Oh, is it the first one in each attack? Shoot. Each first combat card of the activation adds 1 less, so we don't actually end up defeating him for sure. Oops. I'm going to take a 2nd damage. That's okay. So that one gets blocked by his defensive capability. Gets a time token as I throw it across the table. On our practicality key, we get to draw a card here. Ooh. That's almost a perfect draw. So we will use our exertion ability to remove the time token to gain 3 cubes. Then I'm going to play defend. It hooks up on practicality with the bonus key and gets a time token. So we're good there. That's the end of my turn. We go to the victory check, 3 out of 7. No. Enemy attack, so 3 cubes is 2 damage, but we get to prevent 2 with our defend card. And then we go to discard. We have got 2s, then we get to draw 1 and start the next turn. Oh, hey, we got attack. Okay, I think we can win now this turn at the cost of 1 energy. So start the next turn. Delayed abilities. We remove this to draw a card. Final blow. Now we don't even have to lose an energy. So the first card we're going to play is attack. That gets blocked from his defensive capabilities, at least the way that I read the rule. Then we've got a 2x times cubes down here. Takes him to 5 damage. And then we will link up Final Blow with the bonus key on Courage to get 1, 2, 3 more, which takes him to a total of 8 damage. Do the victory check. 8 is more than 7, so we win, and our loot is 2 wealth. See, we didn't need to go down there. And we didn't even take the hit on our energy. I think I will explore here, and hopefully not get into anything too crazy, because I haven't explored since it became card 125. Now that monastery or whatever that thing was has been burning. So let's spend that energy and explore, and then tomorrow we will light the min here because that's going to cost 3 energy. So 1, 25. These terraces and steps, more fit for giants than men, offer breathtaking vistas of the rest of the island. They were popular with hermits who used to live in their caves. On one of the uppermost steps rests the smoking rubble of the All-Mother's pillaged temple. Search the hermit caves. I think we did that already. Visit the burned temple, sit on the cliff and enjoy the views, or leave. This could be dumb, but I'm going to visit the burned temple. The ashes of the temple are beginning to cool. Inside you find the naked bodies of 3 priestesses. One was young, one middle-aged, and one older. And they all suffered the same fate before the Allmother allowed them to die. Outside a knight of the Round Table hangs crucified on a wooden cross. Soot coats his armor, and his face is a bloody mess. You can't even tell which of the knights he was. Each party member gains 2 terror. So this was dumb. Part 4 of the Fall of Chivalry status, if you don't have it yet. Well, we got a status out of it, I guess. When you have any 6 parts of this status, go to the Book of Secrets, verse 525. Which one was it? Part 4. Before I end the day, before I did that Explorer, I should have looked at this min here to see if it changed. So let's look at it. 3 energy and 2 magic. Set its dial to 8 minus 1. Was it 9 minus 1 before? Oh, I think it did change. I think it's more energy now. Because now it's card 125. I think it was 2 energy before. So not having the Allmother's Temple makes it more expensive. Okay, we're going to do that tomorrow anyway, though. We're sitting okay with magic. So, end of the day. We are definitely going to consume some food. We've got a little bit of terror happening. Our health back up to 9. Go up to 6 energy. There's no dream here. We don't have any experience points. Okay, start of the next day. Been here down to 1. Pretty close to maximum efficiency on that min here. Ooh, reveal the next event card. This is the last random event card before we get to another part of the chapter. Heavy rainfall. Each travel costs 1 additional movement, but we've got the adventurer's kit, which we ignore the effects of the heavy rainfall. Clutch. We weren't going to move today anyway, though. No guardians to move. Okay, get into our stuff. So we're going to do this min here. It's 3 energy from 6 down to 3. 2 magic. Let's take the one with the candle on the top that we haven't used yet. He's got some candles in the back there too. And it was 8 minus 1, so we'll set this dial to 7. And we get to see card 138, which happens to be in the front. Plagued Burrow, which is a settlement. We have to draw a blue encounter when we enter this settlement. There must be another min here somewhere because I don't know how we would get to 190. Over the years, people flocked from all over the island to find safety at the foot of Camelot. Instead, they found the stench of this bloated township. I didn't get to do a whole lot of exploring when I was here last time because I was getting chased by that angry mob. Maybe there's a min here. There's not one on the map. All right. I don't think we've drawn a blue encounter yet, so that deck I think is the last one that has to get shuffled, because we have to draw a blue encounter when we move into there. I've got one energy left. Do I just move? I mean, if I have to go exhausted, my health is at 9. Yeah, okay. Heavy rainfall is not going to affect me because of my adventurer's kit, so I will spend that energy. We will get going to the plagued burrow. Let's get a friendly encounter out of this deck. I think there's some in here, like merchants or something. We saw one in the green deck. Temptations. This does not look good. This looks terrible, actually. Visitors can indulge in many vices, none of them cheap or safe, all of them enticing. I think we fail, though, if we end up in one of the red, right? So we have to get up to 1, 2, 3, 4. We have to get up to 5. That top one that you can see through is the green. Isn't that how that works? If you end up in on the red in the affinity check. Check the position of the marker. If it's on the lowest slot, you lose the encounter. Apply the failure rules to each party member and put the encounter at the bottom of the deck. No, so we could be up here and still not. But we're losing energy and wealth like quick. Well, let's draw our deck and see what we get. Or draw our hand, I mean. We don't have any rep to lose, that's fine, but 2 wealth that we just looted from our fight with that squire. And the enemy reaction is also losing energy, which is going to do damage to us. Threatening voices lose a rep and up 1 if I have 2 aggression, which I do. Pay 2 charges. Pay 1 charge to prevent going down. Toss a dial. So what does this hand get me? Oops. With 1 caution, I get 1 arrow up. That I could pay a magic because of the bonus key to get another arrow up. I don't think I'm too worried about it going down. The reward for this is not good. I could play this. It would cost me 2 energy, which would cost me 1 health, but then I could end the encounter without a reward or a failure, which means I get to keep my wealth. I think that's worth the 2 health. Yeah, I'm going to keep this hand. To play this. Links up with my caution. It would go up 1. And immediately on play, it gets 2 charges. I can pay 2 charges and 2 energy, which I take a hit on the health because I become exhausted in the encounter without the reward or failure. Get to keep my wealth. I think that's an okay outcome for my weak area of diplomacy. And I probably could have mulliganed for one of those cards. That would have got me 3 up arrows with the aggression that I've got. Now we have to end the day because we're at 0. But actually, let's bring out... a lot of map shifting to make things fit on camera. Let's bring out 136. The Brooch Crutch, or Brock Crutch? I don't know. Search the Brock's. Gain a wealth, draw a purple encounter. I think I'm good on wealth for now. Thick-walled Brocks spread over the horizon. Most are used to imprison men, but some contain older, ominous threats. Hence the purple encounters. There was no connection north of here, right? Yeah, nope. So that's already the coast. Camelot must be here, right? Because there's no men here. Unless I have to go this way. I mean, there is like a road right there. Yeah, and it looks like Camelot is... Yeah, it looks like Camelot's here. So how do I get there? I think I have to go back this way. And I must have to light another min here or something. I'm just assuming that Camelot's this big, huge town on the side of the map here. There must be another min here down here. I hope it takes wealth and magic to light. So anyway, that's the end of our day. Consume a food. To go up there, down there, up to 4 energy. I guess I'm just going to move down to the first farmhold now that this one is lit. There's no dream here, no experience to spend. Start of the next day. So this dial's coming out. This one down to 6. There is a dream up here. Maybe I pop up here. But I gotta draw another blue encounter coming down here. I'm going to go this way and see what's here. Because there's no min here to light this space. It's got to be here to light it, right? What is this cube? Chapter 2, Part 3, encounter card, or event card, I mean. You press on with your search, but something feels off. You keep looking over your shoulder, unable to shake the feeling that you've attracted the attention of something sinister. Gain a part of the something is watching status. Your quest has started to attract attention. Various actions may add further marks to this status. If at any point you have all 4 marks, find and resolve special event C immediately. Something is watching. Put this card back on the top of the event deck. Then place 7-1 per player random events on top of the event deck. Okay, so this is going to start like a clock for us then. And so we need 6. It was 7-1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, I mean, I'm hoping that map is correct. Camelot must be here, so we're going to have to go down here, right? No guardians, no items, no secret cards. Just get going. Move to here. We have to draw a gray encounter. Stepping into that space. Cattle Raiders. Feint and Robber. Feint. 1 damage in step 3, can't be prevented in any way, so it's an extra damage. And then Robber's the one, if we run out of health, they take all of our stuff. All of our wealth and all items get discarded when the encounter ends. 10, huh? We'll probably just be running from these guys. I just want to draw my hand, check it out. I mean, an automatic 1 unavoidable damage every turn. One, two, three. No reason not to look, right? Final Blow's not great to start with. We do have Throw, though. So if I do Brutal Attack, that's 2. I could draw a card. Link up Throw, that's 3. 4, 5 for flipping that over. It's 2, that'd be 3 damage. No, 2 damage because I could prevent 1 of this. I think we just, in our character activation, I mean, it's kind of terrible because I wanted to move again, but we pay the energy to, and the opportunity attack is just to discard a card. So running away from the cattle robbers, cattle thieves. And I'm just going to end the day. We'll eat food. Do I end the day, or do I maybe just use my Wayfarer leaves just to get it? Because that seemed like a pretty wasted day. If I exhaust, that would take me to 8. This would take me to 7. what the heck, I'm going to use the item, but I'm going to try to get maximum value out of it. So I'm going to move again, so that's going to exhaust me. I'll take a hit to my health to do that. Move down to the first farm, hold. I have to draw a purple encounter coming into there. Whispering Wisp. It's a 6 difficulty. They say that if you listen close enough, you will hear the time and place of your death. I will not be listening then. If you reach maximum terror, escape from combat. Okay, so this guy's just going to start adding some terror to us. So let's see what we draw. Try to get rid of him. 6 cubes is doable. We can loot some magic, which means if I can use a magic cube to win, I'm semi-okay with that, because it's just a free trade. 1, 2, 3. We got risky attack, attack, and crippling strike. No bonus keys in any of these. With risky attack, we could draw a card. We net no cubes from that, though. We net no cubes from that. A mulligan. I'm going to take a mulligan. I don't like this hand. 2 cards. Battle Cry and Defend. If I link that up, that doesn't link up. Okay, we're just going to run from the guy. His opportunity attack is just to lose 2 cubes. We're already exhausted, so we spend the energy to run from him. We're not going to get any magic loot. So that was our mandatory purple encounter once per day there. But now we get to see card 140. Yes, so 140 has a Minhir and a Dream. Dark Morass. Search for relics. Lose a health to gain a magic. Perched in the shadow of legendary Camelot. It was once home to the monastery of the Allmother before it sunk into the swamp. So is Camelot right next to it? It's perched in the shadow of Camelot, or is Camelot up here? So at least there's no automatic encounter there. We've already drawn our purple encounter here, and we've already drawn our gray encounter there. So now for 0 energy, I'm going to use my Wayfarer Leaves. Fully restore your energy, receive 1 unavoidable damage, and discard this item. So to me, that means I go up to 6. I mean, that is my fully restoring my energy. But I got to take a unavoidable damage for that. Okay, so now I'm going to spend an energy to move to the Dark Morass. And then for free, we're going to check out the Minhir here. 140. Actually, for the Minhir, it's probably just easier to flip the card over. Ooh, this is interesting. I don't know if I want to have a dream in this place. Activate a Minhir. Requires all characters in the Minhir Right Secret card. Pay 1 energy, 2 food, and 1 wealth per player. Put a new Minhir model on this location and set its dial to 6. for 1 to 2 players, 5 for 3 players, or 4 for 4 players. I was confused about what's in the prints there for a second. So we can do that now. 2 food, a wealth, and an energy. And I want to do that because I want to see what's here and here. I need to know where Camelot is. And I should have wrote that down. Darn it. I'm not going to flip it back over. Just open the book to 140. One energy, 2 food, 1 wealth. Okay, so I'm going to do that for free. So we'll cash in this 5 for 3. Well, it's not free. I mean, I have to pay this stuff, but it doesn't cost an energy to start the action. So that's 2 food, 1 energy, and 1 of our wealth. And it in here dial set to 6. So we need 157 and 190. 157 and 190. Yeah, so Camelot's back up around. Because I've already done my encounters here and here, I think I'm going to move just so I don't have to do those encounters again. I will have to deal with this blue encounter on the next day. Even though there is some stuff that I'm sure I should be looking at and exploring in these places. Maybe I don't care that much about the encounters. Maybe I should do some exploring. Lose a health to gain a magic. I think I'm okay. I've got a lot of time on these Minhirs, right? Ooh, at Camelot for 2 energy, I can learn from the knights to get an XP once per day. So now what? So this is going to go away. All of these cards will disappear. We'll still be left with that board. We've got 6 days on both of these Minhirs. Of course, there is also this deck, right? That maybe I don't want to play too rough with. We can't go up this way, which is unfortunate. I think I want to advance in the chapter. So, I mean, I know these Minhirs are. I mean, they'll be that. I guess it leaves me more time in the 3rd chapter with time on the Minhirs, right? I'm going to spend an energy to move here. I don't have to do this because I already did it today. Spend an energy to move here. And then I think I'm going to stop. There's no dream at the Titan steps. Yeah. Geez, now I can't remember if I've already done the encounter. The blue encounter, was that today or was that yesterday? over there to look up here. Because I thought Camelot might be up there. That's okay. I will stop there because I want to go up to 6 energy. So we'll end the day. We will consume a food to get health back. Go up to 6 energy. I think that was a good use of that item card. We don't have any experience to spend. There's no dream there. Start the next day. So this min here will be expired, and we're going to get rid of some locations. So Connacht is coming off of the board. Hunter's Grove. Let's get our deck out here. 101, 102, 103. Oh, the Derelict Fleet will actually stay. So 104, and then Mirror Lake is going to go 113. That's good to know. I could go down there and get some magic and experience if I need to. As long as this min here is lit. These now need to go down to 5 and 5. And random event. Unnatural Chill. If you're out of a settlement when the end of the day starts, lose 2 health. But Unnatural Chill is negated from our Adventurer's Kit. Water freezes and grass covers with frost. Old people call it the Four Dweller Curse. So we do not have to worry about the Unnatural Chill. Okay, let's spend an energy to move into here, and we've got to draw a blue encounter. Last Resort. A group of desperate people tries to force you to rekindle their min here. Talk them out or try to escape. Both of those are level 1. So I guess try to escape. Wow, failure is 3 damage and lose 3 energy. What? Talk them out's not good because we don't have any empathy. Okay, we need some of our aggression diplomacy cards here. One, two, three. If affinity is not green, up 1. This would key here. Lose 1 rep if you have at least 2 aggression, up 1. So that would take me to there. We'd lose 1 energy, and it would go down 1. Next turn we get nothing out of this, basically. I think we have to mulligan. Discard that. Before I mulligan, I'm going to move the map over. It's encroaching in my encounter area. It's going to be a little crooked. Is mulliganing the right thing to do? Man, failure is 3 damage. 1, 2. There were no time dials on here, right? No. If I play Threatening Voice first. Oh, I can't play Bizarre Methods second. Wait a minute, before I mulligan, let me look at this. Affinity's not green, that has a bonus. It's key on it. So that actually is not going to send it up 1. This does not have a bonus key. That's the problem. It would have to go first. But I could do a magic. That's 1. This is a lot of magic. Bonus key. Oh, but I want this. This needs to go with nothing down. So it's still just 1, 2. Yeah, mulligan. Ignore the opponent's response. Discard this after the response. Eye for detail gets me nothing except that I could draw a card with my exertion. This is bad. I shouldn't have mulliganed. I think this is my only chance. So I'll play Eye for Detail, put a time token on it, but then I'm going to use my exertion to take the time token off to draw a card. I could pay a wealth or discard an item to go up 2. If it gets discarded, I lose a rep, and it hooks up off of my caution on the bonus key. So that would be there. Then I could play this bonus key to ignore it going down and losing energy. I'd have to get super lucky on the draw. But I've got a ×2 sitting here. So we're going to do this. I will pay a wealth to go up 2. Then I'm going to play this. Links up on my caution bonus key. And that ends my turn. I'm sitting at no cards. I need something good to come in the free key on the card draw here. So then, enemy response. This ignores the opponent's response, so it doesn't go down and I do not lose energy. That's good. But then I have to discard this after the opponent's response. I'm not above 3 cards. I get to draw a diplomacy card. Oh, yes. Sinister Voice. Perfect timing. Sweet. So start next turn. Delayed abilities. No. Play cards. Play this down as my first one. As soon as I play it down, I would lose a rep and up for each point of my aggression. I've got 3 aggression. So affinity check, I'm at the top of the chart. Good timing on the Sinister Voice there. I did not want to take that 3 damage. It looks like there's 2 levels on this card, but there is only 1 because it's they're both level 1s and it's an ore. So we get 1 experience and 2 rep. All right. Let's use another experience. And go into another experience. We'll use another energy and go into Camelot. So I almost feel like I want to start in Camelot fresh with a lot of energy. So I'm going to do the action that's on Camelot. This is actually a friendly settlement also. It's 2 energy to learn from the knights. Gain 1 XP once per day. 2 energy. 1 XP. And I will end the day. Paying a food for my that. Terror is already at 0. Up here. And then I'm going to spend these 2 experience on a combat card. I'm not sure if you're supposed to shuffle this every time. I probably should look that up, but I don't remember where I put the 2 cards. I think I shuffled it after the last one that I didn't take. So these are the 3 to upgrade the combat deck. We got Hammer Swipe. Oh, I remember looking at this card before. Oh, this card is so tempting. I mean, especially because I have Exertion. Discard 10 cards from the top of your combat deck. And I've read some stuff because I saw this card in the deck and I was like, whoa, how the heck does this work? You don't automatically lose the combat when you're supposed to be discarding cards from your deck. You lose if you have to draw from the deck and there's nothing left to draw. And I've got Exertion, so I could just do 10 damage like right away. Charge. Charge is another good card. But I think because I have Exertion, I'm going to take Hammer Swipe. I mean, that's just like a win, an auto win condition in your hand, right? Or not, it's not in your hand, I guess it's in your deck. Charge is good too, though, because it has a bonus key on it. Enrage is 2 plus another 2. No, plus another 3 because I have 3 points in aggression. So enrage is also 6 cubes. At the cost of an energy. That's a lot of damage also. I can't do math. It's 5 cubes, not 6. I don't know. Hammer Swipe seems interesting. I'm going to put those on the bottom just in case I'm not supposed to shuffle that. Is the advancement pool card in here? Sure is. That shouldn't be in there. So now modified deck. I might do that. I was thinking about doing it in between. I like defend. That's our other new card. Hold guard seems good. Grapple with the time dial is good. Reposition is good. Attack. I mean, I want to have the like skinniest deck as possible. Is Ignore Pain good? It doesn't give me any cubes. It gets me a card. I like Throw. Battlecry prevents damage. Let's kick out Ignore Pain for now. Put Hammer Swipe in. So now the question really is just how far in do you mulligan? Draw 3, and then 2, you're 5 in, and then 1, you're 6 of a 15 card deck in. Wasn't there another? I think there was another aggression card that let us draw an extra card. Right? Okay, so that's done. Now Dream. 190. You are Morgaine, staring at your reflection in the ornate mirror. Wrinkles in the corners do a good job of showing your enormous fatigue. A younger you appears in the mirror and places a hand on your shoulder. It feels better. You start to relax, but then more Morgaines showing in the room. Elderly ones, girls, even children. They talk louder and louder, and in the end, all end up shouting and arguing with each other. The mirror fractures. Okay, I guess I should just leave this open because when we start the next day, I will be exploring here. Okay, start the next day. Reduce all time and Menhir dials. 4 and 4. Draw the next event. Good weather. Travel today costs 1 less. No guardians to move. Got my items and secret cards. Okay, we're at Camelot. Going to explore. See what this does. If you have the Winds of Weirdness status, we do not. Remove this location card. Finally, the walls of this ancient seat of power climb toward the sky before you. Filled with awe, you approach an arching stone portcullis. Only up close do you notice signs of age and neglect. Portions of the battlements are crumbling. A tower has collapsed into the sea. The flag is at half-mast, as it has been for countless years. It seems Camelot is not exempt from the desolation of this realm. If you have the peace in the burrow status, go to verse 2. Otherwise, go to verse 1. The gates of Camelot are closed. It's not surprising with all the trouble in the burrow just outside. Demand entry. Requires 6 rep. The guards must have heard of your exploits. Go to verse 2. Leave, the exploration ends. 6 rep. You gotta be kidding me. 6 rep to get into Camelot. Okay, so the exploration ends. I don't think we're getting into Camelot as Beor. We'll have to make an alternative plan then, I guess. Is that really what just happened? That was the only option? Requires 6 rep. The guards must have heard of your exploits. The other option is leave. If you have the peace in the burrow status, go to verse 2. Oh, wait a minute. Let's go back out to the burrow. Maybe we can get the peace in the burrow status. We've already drawn our blue encounter there. No, that was yesterday. Shoot. Okay, well, we have to go do some exploration, I think. So we'll move over here. It's a new day. Draw a blue encounter. Plague. Uh-oh. There's some new stuff on this card here. A group of outcasts stricken with Red Death visits this settlement. All doors are shut. Evade the Infected is the one we're going to do for sure because we've got Caution. It's another ore. This has an avoid, requires 4 rep, pay 1 energy. We don't have 4 rep, so we cannot avoid this encounter. If we fail, it's 1 damage and we gain secret card 66, which I've seen secret card 66 on some of the explore stuff. We might be able to pull this off. Especially because there's a lot of room on here where the affinity is not in the green. What do we have? 120. Three diplomacy cards. Oh, here's the one where we can avoid this without the reward or failure. Oh, yes. Oh, no, that's a bummer. Maybe this is okay. If I play this as my first card, Caution would take it up 2. I'm just kind of mark it temporarily to see if this is what I want to do. And then it's still not green. I could put 2 charges down, but I could link this up with the bonus key. And immediately, if affinity is not green, 2 more up. Yeah, so this is good. This works out. I mean, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't know why I picked the cards up, but I play this. We've got 1 Caution. So up 2, 1, 2. And I'm not going to put the charges on it. But then I can play this card, link up the bonus key. If affinity is not green, up 2 more. Affinity check. We're at the end, so we pass. Hey, look at that. Who says Beor can't do diplomacy events? Our reward is a magic and a rep. And we don't get whatever secret card 66 is. I'm betting you catch that plague. Okay, an energy to explore in the burrow. I think we need to get that peace in the burrows status. So what do we got to do? Ah, man, I hope... Is this going to require empathy? Maybe we're in trouble anyways. The highland is too narrow for a settlement of this size. Some houses hang over the cliff's edge on precarious frames of wood and rope. Others perch on top of one another like plants in search of the sun. On a typical day, the damp, dark alleyways of the burrow would be dangerous. Now, judging from the columns of smoke, the sounds of fighting, and the bright red banners, warning of plague, navigating them is suicide. We could knock on doors. Maybe someone will be able to fill you in. Go to verse 1. Walk into the burrow. Go to verse 4. Or plunder the burrow. Go to verse 11. Or leave. Let's knock on doors. How much energy we got left? One more. Let's knock on doors. You knock on many doors, but the townsfolk are scared and suspicious. Finally, an older woman lets you into her home. She tells you there's an open revolt in the burrow that threatens Camelot itself. You must think carefully before you go any farther. If you're Aaliyah, or if you have part 1 of the Fate of the Expedition status. I don't know if we have part 1. I don't have any parts. Go to verse 9. Otherwise, the exploration ends. I guess we do it again. An energy. So knock on the doors didn't do anything. I don't want to plunder the burrow, I don't think. Maybe I don't care. We'll walk in. You journey deeper into the burrow. The smell of blood and revolution hangs in the air. You soon discover two forces. Two forces wrestle for control of the town. Desperate and angry citizens and a group of warriors sent here by Lancelot of the Round Table. You're not sure which side is right. If you have the Winds of Weirdness status, the conflict in the burrow has spiraled so far it can no longer be stopped. Go to the start of this location and make another choice. If you have 3 parts of supplying the revolt or helping the knight status, go to verse 10, which I don't. Otherwise, choose one. Meet with the rebels or walk up to the military blockade. Well, military blockade, I guess. Verse 5. You emerge from a cloud of dense smoke only to find yourself in front of a group of soldiers, still tired from a recent battle. A thick layer of soot covers their faces and armor, now almost as black as the garb of the knight who leads them. Gyrus, one of the famed knights of the Round Table, I should probably know that, looms over you. Who are you and what are you looking for in the burrow? His voice booms under his great helm. Explain yourself, go to verse 3, or back away, exploration ends. So we'll explain ourselves. You soon learn that Gyrus was sent down to the burrow after an angry crowd lynched the mayor and his son. Morgaine thought the knight's dark reputation and his status as her great-grandson would make people reluctant to raise arms against him. Then weirdness enveloped the town for many days, cutting off lines of communication and confining soldiers to their garrison. Now the small force barely keeps their foothold in the burrow, let alone stabilizing it. With visible reluctance, Gyrus asks if you could help his men in any way. A helping hand. There are some delicate matters to which you could attend to further their cause. Draw and resolve a blue encounter. If you win or draw calm before the storm, go to verse 8. A gift of equipment. Discard one item with a weapon, shield, or armor keyword. Or a gift of magic. Pay 2 magic. They need protection against the incursions of the weirdness. Go to verse 8. Oh, tactical advice requires 2 practicality and 1 mark. Add 1 mark to helping the knight status. Then make another choice. I don't have 2 practicality or leave. I'll give them magic. Go to verse 8. Add 1 mark to the helping the knight status on your save sheet. Okay, so I am going to have to do each of these things because I needed 3 parts, right? To go to verse 10. I guess I could do the magic one again. What was it? Add 1 mark to the helping the knights status. Helping the knights. I really do not want to give up my shield or my armor. Then I'd be out of magic. Isn't there somewhere I can get magic? Oh, I could go down here. That's 2 energy and a health for a magic. The derelict fleet, I can also get magic and experience for 4 energy. So these men here take magic. 125 takes 2. 140 does not take magic. It's wealth and food. And then exploration ends. I'm gonna, what have I got, 4 days left? Oh, wait a minute. I should have an extra energy because of the good weather. I spent energy to travel and I shouldn't have. Okay, good. I don't have to exhaust yet. So I have an extra energy. I'm going to explore again, walk into the burrow, go to verse 4. I don't have 3 parts of either of those things. So I will go back to the military blockade again. I wish I had 2 practicality. That's basically a free mark on the helping the knights status. Oh, I really don't want to give up my shield or my armor. Do I gamble and see if I can defeat a blue encounter? Let's try. Before I spend my 2 magic again, I'm going to try to do the blue encounter, see what I get. I hope this isn't a mistake because he's not a diplomacy guy. Is this a mistake? Do I just pay the magic and the shield? We'll try it. Calm before the storm. Sweet. Because it says in here, if you draw a calm before the storm, go to verse 8. And verse 8 is the add 1 mark to the helping the knight status on your save sheet. Helping the knight, so that's 2. Put this at the bottom of the encounter deck. Okay. So now the question is, yeah, I'm going to do it again. Go down a health for going exhausted to do the exploration. walk into the burrow, go up to the knights. I'm trying to get to the 3 that I need for this 3 parts of the helping the knights to go to a different verse. So now, I don't know if the shield... I'll just pay more magic. It feels bad though. Or maybe I actually try to resolve a blue encounter again. I mean, I've been doing okay with the blue encounters, and I've got the 3 aggression. I don't know if I should tempt fate or just get the automatic point. I'm going to spin the magic. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Helping the knights. Verse 8. Okay, so I'd have to explore again, which is going to take me down to 0. I've already lost the point, so we might just do it. So now it's a little bit of a different thing. We walk to the burrow, go to verse 4. We now have 3 parts of helping the knights, go to verse 10. Finally, after hours and days of nipping at each other's feet, the 2 forces meet in battle. You are there, a reluctant witness, hanging at the back of one of the troops, clashing at the foot of the bridge leading to Camelot. Gyrus towers over the battlefield at one end, his armor splashed with blood, sword falling on men and women alike, not sparing even those who yield. On the other end, revolutionaries execute captured prisoners, hoping this sight will break Camelot's forces. There are no saints here. The ground drinks blood greedily. Soon the burrow grows quiet. Both forces retreat to lick their wounds, and only smoke and the wailing wounded remain. Each party member gains a terror. Gain the peace in the burrow's status. Okay, which we needed to get into Camelot. Remove the Plague Burrow 138 location card from the game and place the Quiet Burrow 142 in its place. Okay, so 138 out of the game. 142, the Quiet Burrow. When you enter this location, toss a dial once per day. If it's a Grail, draw a blue encounter. If it's a Skull, draw a gray encounter. Oh yeah, so it does look different. The other card, I just thought they were like little campfires or something, but it was actually the city on fire, and now it's not on fire. It's the Quiet Burrow. All right, so I am out of energy. So let's end the day. Eat a food, health up, that down, energy only to 4. There is no dream. I don't have any experience to level up. All right, and that's about 1:40, so I will call that this episode. Still in chapter 2. We'll go into Camelot next time and see if we can get the... We're trying to get the ruler to help. It just says obtain help from the ruler. All right, if you saw anything that I missed or other things that you might have done tactically different, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you're enjoying this series, all the other series on the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.